Hey guys, it's Steph here again today, and today I am back with two unboxings of one's a subscription box that I tried for a month, and we're gonna see what they send us. It's called Books and Bath Co., and it comes like this. So I was a little leery about it because it was supposed to be a subscription box. It came like this, so we'll see what that turns out to be like. And then I also got my book outlet haul for July that we're gonna go over. So let's do it. Let's open this. So it comes like this, and I was I guess expecting it to be more than just this, unless I'm missing a part of the box, because I'm pretty sure that the box is supposed to have like bath stuff in it as well, and all I got was this book. So hopefully there's more to it, but I don't know. So it says on this little tag, it comes like this. It says, "A journey to find home again. Looking for magic and hope, journey from doubt to faith, set in the Appalachian." So, we're going to open it and see what book it is. I might have to just slide it off here. Or not. There we go. Ribbon off. And I'm just going to tear it. Because I'm not going to keep the paper. Alright, so the book of the choice was Bill Coffey's Some Small Magic. I haven't heard of this book before, but it says on the back, it says, all Abel wants is a little bit of magic in his life, enough money so his mom doesn't cry at night, healing for his broken body, and maybe a few answers about his past. When Abel discovers letters to him from the father he believed dead, he wonders if magic has come to the hills of Mattingly, Virginia, after all, but not everything is as it seems. With lots of questions, with a little hope, Abel decides to run away to find the truth, but danger follows him from the moment he jumps his first boxcar, forcing Abel to rely on his simple-minded friend Willie, a man wanted for murder who knows more about the truth than most, and a beautiful young woman. They meet on the train. It says, from Appalachian to the Tennessee wilds and through the Carolina mountains, the name of a single small town beckons, Fairhope. So that's what it says. It also says that he writes When Mockingbird Sings and There Will Be Stars. I've never heard of either one of those, but I guess this is going to be a new read for me to put on my TBR. But yeah, let me look up exactly, while we're talking here, exactly what the stuff is, because it's literally called Books and Bath. So I feel like, I don't know, I guess it just feels like you know, it should have more stuff, and that's just how I feel. I mean, I really do feel that way, because it's literally called Books and Bath. So we're gonna look and see exactly what the box is supposed to have in it. So let's see. So I got these from Cratejoy as well, in case you guys do not know what Cratejoy is. It is similar to, it's like a subscription box. I don't even know how to explain it. Anyways, Cratejoy is like, it has a bunch of different boxes. All you do is choose by, like, you want food, you want women's stuff, men's stuff, you want books, you want tea, that kind of stuff, and then it just kind of goes from there. So you just look for all that stuff. So I ended up, every video that you've seen so far is going to be about something from Cratejoy, except for the book outlet, of course. But let's see what it says about this book. Sorry, my phone is like taking super long, like as you can maybe not see. Anyways, sorry this video has turned This video has taken a turn for the worst. Holy crapolo. Books and baths. Yeah, it says that it comes with Books and Bath delivers a themed box with a matching candle, bookmark, and 1 to 2 additional items. All I got was a book. So hopefully there will be another package some other day, but I guess we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, now on to my book outlet box. So it's not as big as my normal times. I did only spend about about $35-ish on everything in here. And I did get some popular books that I have been wanting for a while that have been ranted and raved on the BookTube community. And I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books. And as usual, we don't need that. Alright, so the first book I see on top is The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, which was a really big hyped book by Gabby Reads, which, as you guys know, is one of my absolute favorite booktubers. So I decided to pick this book up because she said so many great things about it, and I'm kind of on a thriller kick right now, as you'll notice with this box, but I hear this book's really good. Let me read a little bit on the front cover. It says 7-year-old Wen and her parents, Eric and Andrew, are vacationing at a remote cabin on a quiet lake in northern New Hampshire, a handful of miles from the Canadian border, far removed from the bustle of city life, cut off from the urgent hum of cell phones, from the internet. They are more than 2 miles away from their closest neighbor in either direction. So now I already remember what it's about. So these people invade their cabin, and they have to do a bunch of stuff that they don't want to do in order to survive. So that is the basic story behind this. Next up, I got Sandra Brown's Deadline, which was under the thriller tab, and it just, I mean, who doesn't love Sandra Brown? I used to read a couple of her books when I was younger. My grandmother loves her, so, you know, might as well. And it says, Dawson Scott is a well-respected journalist, recently returned from Afghanistan, haunted by everything he experienced. He's privately suffering from battle fatigue, but then he gets a call from a source within the FBI. A new development has come to light in a story that began 40 years ago. It could be the big story of Dawson's career. Sounds interesting. Next up, I got Her Every Fear by Peter Swanson, which again was another recommendation by Gabby Reads, and I mean, I picked it up because she said it was good. And she swore by Peter Swanson, so I probably will end up reading all of his books, to be honest. But it says on this book, it says, Kate Pretty was always a bit neurotic, but after an ex-boyfriend kidnaps her, her bouts of anxiety began exploding into full-blown panic attacks. When Corbin Dell, a cousin in Boston, suggests the two temporary swap apartments, Kate agrees, hoping that time away will help her overcome the past traumas of her life. But at Corbin's apartment, Kate discovers that a neighbor, a young woman, has been murdered. The police question her. Kate has few answers, but many questions of her own, and her curiosity intensifies when she meets Alan, a handsome tenant who lives across the courtyard. Then she runs into a man claiming to be the dead woman's old boyfriend. Sounds great. Next up, I see in here The Color of Lies by C.J. Lyons. This was under a thriller tab. I love the colors and the cover, and it sounded like a really good book, so I'm just going to read you just a little bit. It says, when you can see emotions in color, motives become black and white, even murder. So that's just the basics of it. The back says, a sigh empties his chest and his shoulders sag back down, and my own hope withers, turning into ashes. How can I be so naive as to think he might be interested in me? Sounds like a good book to me. Next up, I got Antisocial. What If Your Biggest Secrets Became Public? A novel by Gillian Blake. I think this kind of has to do with the new movie that's out, where their stuff gets leaked from the internet, and like everybody starts killing people because of the stuff that they see. It says, Alexandria Prep is in a total social chaos. Someone no one knows has hacked into the phones of the school's social royalty and leaked their personal messages and photos. At first it was funny, everyone loved watching the dirty private lives of those they envied become public, but when things escalate, the students realize anyone could be a target. Sounds like a good book to me, and it's really short, so I thought maybe I could choose this as my last read for the Booktubeathon, or technically Reading Rush, because it does have purple on the cover. But I've already finished the challenges, but I also need to read a 7th book if I really can, so this might come in handy. Next up, I have The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. This was just a recommended read from one of the people that are the featured booktubers on the book outlet. Plus, I love her book, the Junes book, A Million Junes, I believe she writes as well. But it says, Natalie's last summer in her small Kentucky hometown is off to a magical start, until she starts seeing the wrong things. At first, they're just momentary glimpses. Her front door is red instead of the usual green. There's a preschool where the garden should be. Then her whole town disappears 4 hours, fading away into rolling hills and grazing buffalo. And Nat knows something isn't right. So, definitely sounds like a good book. Then we have a few more. This is The Man He Never Was by James L. Rupert. So, the idea behind this book is that this guy is like, he's a piece of crap, and he disappears. Well, when he comes back, he doesn't know where he went, what happened, or anything like that, or the man that he was. And he's trying to build a life with his wife and his kids again, because he doesn't know that he was crappy to them before he disappeared. So that's what the story's about. And next up is Everything Eventual, 14 Dark Tales by Stephen King. I am a little upset with this book because this book did come with my cover broken, and this is not a scratch and dent book, so I'm a little upset about that, and I probably will complain. But I absolutely love Stephen King, of course. I'm trying to read every single one of his books he's ever written. Good luck. Let me just say that. But I just love the fact that there are 14 Dark Tales in here, so I can, like, just sit down and read a couple of them and put it down for a couple days, or I can sit here and read the whole book. There's just so many options to read this. Plus, it's Stephen King, so, like, duh, like, why wouldn't you get it? But, yeah, it's gonna be really good. 2 more left. I got The Demonologist, a novel by Andrew Piper. This is another one of those really eerie thriller books. He also writes The Damned, which I have on my bookshelf now. I have not read it, so maybe I should read it first. Yeah, I probably should read it first. But it says, David Ullman is a literature professor at Columbia University with special expertise in Milton's Paradise Lost. The epic poem about Satan and his court of fallen angels makes for a fascinating lecture, but at the end of the day, for David, it's just another text, a classical work of fiction, until he travels to Venice with his beloved daughter, Tess, who, to David's utter horror and disbelief, is abducted by one of the very demons whose existence he denies. Definitely sounds like a really good book. I'm definitely going to have to take a read of it. And then last but not least, I've seen this book talked about, and I've really been wanting it. It's The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. It says, 4 very different lives are about to become entangled. Ruth has a secret that she can't hide forever. Dora wonders if she could ever truly escape where she's from. Alice can't bring herself to leave the life she's always known, and Hank and his brothers decide it's safer to run away. They live in Alaska, on the cold edge of America, where each must find the strength, courage, and heart to survive. Just sounds like a really cool book, so I definitely had to pick it up. But thank you guys so much for watching. This video is a lot longer than I expected it to be because I had to, you know, look up some things. A little disappointed with my subscription box, so we'll have to see if I get what I was supposed to get with it, and if not, then I will be getting my money back. But I'll keep you guys posted, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!